Doug Pelton from PrioLogic. We're here to demonstrate a couple of our products, EasyRTC and I believe Talk from iOS. Just a little bit about our company. We're about a 30-person company. We're located in Victoria, BC, up in Canada. And we've been doing custom dev work since 2003, primarily for large corporate enterprise. We've had a WebRTC development project going since 2012, so we're now considered one of the pioneers, one of the many pioneers, but in the WebRTC movement. One of the things that's interesting about PrioLogic is we're entirely internally funded, so we don't have any debt or any VC financing, that sort of thing, so just different. These are our two award-winning products that we've brought here. And they've been evolving over time. EasyRTC started as a very simple open source project, and you'll see we've expanded the line, especially if you come to our show or talk later tonight, to include a whole bunch of different client-side pieces. So, next slide. So one of the things, these are sort of the things that differentiate EasyRTC from most of the other vendors. We're a full stack WebRTC product, and we're open source in the core. We have a growing development community. We're showing about 6,000 servers or more reporting home every once in a while. And we have a whole bunch of licensed product extensions for things like iOS and so on. And where we're different is we're typically either an on-premise or in the cloud, private cloud solution, as opposed to a service provider that provides a single sort of point. So just a little bit of background of where we've been. We've been at each of the WebRTC expos, and we presented EasyRTC, the open source, as a very preliminary view at the first WebRTC conference. Then we presented Talk at the second one, and we had some SIP integration through Acme Packet, which is now Oracle. At the third one, we brought out our iOS SDK and demoed that. And we built some stuff for Oracle, which we showed at their booth called the PrioPhone. So we're not showing that today. And today, what we've shown in the last week is that we're continuing down the open source path by releasing EasyRTC for IE. So we released that in the past week in source code. And we're going to show a third-party adapter. You'll see that in the next presentation, not in our presentation, but where we've worked with Dialogic, so our ecosystem's spreading.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to show off is in previous times that we've been up here, you might have seen me doing an EasyRTC install. And I'm going to hold off on doing that, but we've managed to do it. I think last time we got it in under 30 seconds. But after it was up and running, just one second, we actually had it, I'll just kind of show you what the screen looks like after you have EasyRTC installed, because you do actually have a full listing of demos that you have access to in order to go along with your code. First one I'm going to show off is the simple audio video demo. And so I'm just going to allow my camera. And it's that easy. And for every single one of our demos, we do provide full working code. But the cool part about this is that we now have the IE side of things. And so what I'm going to now try to do is get the IE to talk to our simple audio video demo. And so there's IE using this camera right there. And as you can see, the frame rate, pretty decent. And there we go. And so that is with the IE. You can see us afterwards and kind of figure out a little bit more about it. It's currently in GitHub, kind of in beta mode, so there's still work to be done. But it's a good showing, I think, for at least showing that you can get some responsive video going in another non-WebRTC browser. Next up, let's take a look over at Talk.com. And we've demoed Talk.com before, but in this case, we're now going to have it connect up to a iOS device. So in this case, we just have a straightforward room called A. So I'm just going to, it's as though I've gone to talk.com. Stephen over here has created a room called A and said to me, hey, go to talk.com/A. And so I'm going to join the existing room. And it is going to ask me for my camera, and then it's a simple picture method of authentication. So Stephen over here just had to approve me, and there he is, although he's got his thumb over the camera. And so there is Talk.com running on, we've got Chrome, and we've got Linux over here, and we've got iOS device there. So it's kind of a nice little ecosystem of WebRTC talking to different devices, and I think that's a great way for it to go forward. And other things that are in the Talk.com, although it's not yet in the iOS side, is file transfer. And that's a nice thing where we've gotten a couple situations just over in our office where we need to transfer private files to and from each other every once in a while. And if I need to send something that I don't want to send over email, it's gotten so second nature to us. Let's just go into Talk.com and send each other a file that we know won't be stored anywhere else. Going forward, we do have a number of new client APIs that we're going to be coming up with. One that actually is kind of showing over at the show is it's kind of the headless client for EasyRTC, but one of its top jobs is to work as an adapter to other systems. The headless client is going to be used for things like load balancing and testing situations. And as a third-party adapter, it allows us to tie into other vendors. As long as they can talk to WebRTC, and as long as they provide a public API, we should be able to make an adapter to be able to connect their system over to ours. One of the ones that you'll see later on is we've got like the WebRTC ones, but we also have new ones that we want to plug in and try different things on that realm. And I think the sky's the limit for who we can talk to. Other ones that we're going to be coming up with is EasyRTC for Java and EasyRTC for C++. The reason why there's a little picture there of a Raspberry Pi, where I also do computer engineering. And when I first got into doing WebRTC, that was one of my goals, was everything starts in the browser, but I want to see how it gets out to the devices. And so one of my primary goals was, although we're building a framework to be able to talk to different things, I also want to talk to different devices and have it doing things like the data channel aspect, and it goes on. And so that's kind of that. Actually, on the Raspberry Pi, one of the things we did actually successfully complete, and we've got instructions for how to do it on our in our support forums, is how to actually install EasyRTC into the Raspberry Pi. As everybody thinks is the embedded devices as a great way of having a client there, but there are certain situations where you actually want the signaling server to actually be housed in a tight environment as well, and so that's one of the capabilities where we do kind of stretch from the low all the way up to high for how many connections you want to be able to have access to. So coming up after this, we are actually doing a PrioLogic pizza, wings, and beer night. It is at 7:30 tonight. We're going, so please come on over, and you'll see a few presentations where we get to expand a little bit more on what we've done. We will talk about the open source and the mobile pieces and talk, but we'll also see some presentations by other vendors that are talking and using our stuff. Things from WebRTC and VideoOcean. And if you need any more information, please come on over to talk.com or EasyRTC.com or PrioLogic.com. We do have lots of documentation. Give it a try. Thank you.
Thanks.